Welcome students. Today we will discuss about larval forms in Echinodermata. Let's know the outline of the topic, that is introduction, features that is related to larval forms, larval stages according to their class. With this, we also know an interesting fact that why transition from bilateral symmetry in larvae to radial symmetry in adults. So let's get started. Echinodermata. It's the last invertebrate phylum under animal kingdom which is characterized by calcareous ossicles as exoskeleton. You can know better through its word derivation, that is Greek word echinos means spine and derma means skin. So the spiny skinned body or a spiny skin over their body. Okay, then let's know about larva. So what is larva? It's come from a Latin word larva means mask. That's a stage between egg and adult. It's the pre-adult form, distinctly differentiate from the adult one and incapable of sexual reproduction. So let's talk about their main features related to reproduction. So the first one is external fertilization, then deuterostomes, third one is cleavage, fourth one is larvae to adult form, that is metamorphosis, and then fifth one is symmetry. So we will talk one by one. So first one is external fertilization. In echinoderms, eggs and sperms are released into water, and fertilization takes place in water and forming zygote. So they are forming the external fertilization. Okay, then come to deuterostomes. So it's the word, it means that the second mouth, because the word generated from a Greek word deuteros means second and stoma means mouth. Quite different, no? That what is second mouth? It is so named because according to embryonic development, the first opening of blastopore is mouth. But in case of echinoderm, hemichordates and chordates, the first opening is anus and the second opening is mouth in its opposite side. So those are deuterostomes. You're gonna find this word frequently in your study. Okay. Then come to the third point, cleavage. These typical deuterostomes show radial holoblastic cleavage, means the cleavage characterized by the arrangement of upper and lower tier, and the intermediate cleavage means division of eggs into cells and each has a potential of developing into a complete organism. So this type of cleavage shown by the echinodermata. Then come to larvae to its adult stage. The larvae are hatched in water. They feed, grow through successive larval stages. Successive means changing larval stages to become an adult. So this process is called metamorphosis. Metamorphosis itself means that transform or change shape, means a change into something new, a mature one. Okay, next come to number 5 feature, symmetry. Symmetry means a together measurement. Okay, so according to symmetry, echinodermata shows bilateral symmetry in its larval stages, and it lose their symmetry during metamorphosis, means they have the capacity of being halved in bilateral symmetry. They have the capacity of being halved in one plane such a way those two halves are approximately the mirror image to one and another. So different classes of echinoderms show structurally different larval stages, and their comparisons can reveal their evolutionary ancestry. So you know better, echinodermata is divided into 5 classes. Those are Asteroideae, Holothuroideae, Echinoideae, Ophioideae and Crinoideae. So the larval forms are like 9 types. Okay, first one is diplurula larva, second one is pentactula larva, third one is bipinnaria larva, fourth one is brachyolaria larva, fifth one is auricularia larva, sixth one is doliolaria larva, seven is pluteus larva. It is of two types. Okay, one is echinopluteus larva and second one is ophipluteus larva. 8 number is vitellaria larva. It is also called doliolaria larva. Then cystidian larva or pentacrinoid larva. So now we will see that which larva according to which class. Look here, the first one and the second one, the diplurula larva and the pentactula larva, these two larvae are the early bipinnaria larva. Okay, then the third one is the bipinnaria larva. Bipinnaria larva is the larval form of Asteroideae class. So the example of Asteroideae is sea pentagon or Pentaceros or sea star, starfish. Okay, then Brachyolaria larva is the next form of the bipinnaria larva. Then come to number 5, auricularia larva. This larva is the larva of Holothuroideae class. Here the examples are Holothuria, Cucumaria, where the sea cucumbers are there. Okay, those larva is auricularia larva. Then this larva is converted into doliolaria larva. After this, Pluteus larva. This Pluteus larva is the modified form of Doliolaria larva. It is of two types. One is Echinopluteus larva. If the larva is found in Echinoideae class, then it is called as Echinopluteus larva, that is found in sea urchin. Then if the larva is found in Ophiroideae class, then those Pluteus larva is called Ophiopluteus larva. Those are the larval form of brittle star. Okay. Then number 8 is Doliolaria larva, or it is also called Vitellaria larva. This Vitellaria larva is found in Antedon or feather star. The last larva is cystidian larva or pentacrinoid larva. It is the next form of Doliolaria larva. Okay, that is called cystidian or pentacrinoid larva. So these are the 9 type of larval form in Echinodermata class, and we're gonna read one by one in next video. So it's time to get the answer of today's question is that why transition from bilateral symmetry in larvae to radial symmetry in adults? As we know just before that the larval forms are bilateral symmetrical, but this symmetry is lost during the transition to adulthood. Unlike a bilateral symmetrical in adult, an echinoderm can greet its environment from all sides and respond to it. It has the bilateral symmetry during its embryonic development, but it achieves the secondary pentaradial symmetry as adults. Clear your doubts in comment section below, and if you really get benefited through these lectures, then do like, share and subscribe my channel.